Coming up tonight, Junkanoo groups get ready for the New Year's Day parade. What makes the Shirley Street performance different? The public reacts to marijuana education plans for schools, plus government offers evacuees rental assistance.
Our News is brought to you by Alive.
Welcome to Our News, the weekend edition, and thanks for joining us. I'm Vonique Tude. Topping news tonight, with the 2019 Boxing Day parade behind them, members of the various Junkanoo groups now have their sights set on the New Year's Day parade, which comes with a year of bragging rights. Junkanooers are back in the shacks making final preparations for the first big parade of 2020.
We will rise to the occasion, and we will definitely be there for New Year's.
Following a second-place finish in the Boxing Day parade, members of the Saxon Superstars have their eyes on the first prize going into the New Year's Day parade.
Well, the game plan is that we come fighting. We come with a heart ready to just slaughter the entire parade. We brought the energy, we brought the music for Christmas, and for New Year's we're going to take it up 10 notches higher. You said that we didn't give you what it was that you needed, so in this particular instance we're going to take it even higher. And the stars are the limit. You know, we're going to the galaxy and beyond. We're going to do our job. We're going to come, we're going to perform, we're going to kill you with rhythm, with excellence, with performance. We are the Saxon Superstars, and we will be there.
Valley Boys member Chris Fox isn't fazed, though, by this tough talk from the group's biggest rival.
Very confident. You know, to come out and win. Nowadays, the competition is so stiff. Normally, they say when you win, come out the gate first, you automatically lose. But the Valley is squashed out again. You know, we've won in the past, coming to first place. So now, anytime we come out now, we're confident for the win.
However, third-place finishers in the Boxing Day parade, Genesis Warhawks, say don't count them out just yet. Group members say rainy conditions dampen their chances of a Boxing Day victory, but on New Year's morning, they're bringing the energy.
All we can do is pray that there are better elements in relation to New Year's Day. You know, so we pray that there is good weather and that there will be absolutely no rain to hamper our parade for the New Year's Day Junkanoo parade. But Genesis is going to give you that energy. We're going to give you that power. We could be there and we could be ready to parade.
Group Marshal Nathan Taylor had this warning for the other A groups.
We have now made the competition even more stiffer. That persons now always have to look not with one eye, with two eyes across your right and your left shoulder, because Genesis is coming, and we'll always be coming. And in New Year's, we coming for what is ours.
We are about changing the traditional come down and rush on. Who are we, the Valley? Who are we, the Saxons? So, no, we coming down with performance and theatrics and, you know, a lot more out the box.
While the focus is usually on the A groups, reigning champions of the B category colors also has something spectacular planned for New Year's Day. Ballard section leader Rashad Seymour says they're hoping to beat the first curse.
Have to come ready. We have to be prepared mentally, physically, get there on time, so we can be as comfortable as possible once the parade starts. So we are putting in some work at the shack now for the next 3 days. It isn't going to be easy, but we know we're up to the challenge. We did it before, so time will show and tell what color's all about.
Though most Junkanoo fans rush to get their hands on those coveted tickets in Rawson and Parliament Square, there are some diehard fans who prefer to cheer on their favorite groups from Shirley Street. Junkanooers say that's because their Shirley Street performances are an exciting experience you won't get on Bay.
We actually get a prize for Shirley Street. So when you hit Shirley Street now, you gotta pump it up to a couple more, notches.
Once upon a time, Junkaners left it all on Bay Street, putting on a high-paced performance for the expensive seats in Rawson Square. However, the Shirley Street Performance Prize changed all that, prompting the various groups to up the ante. Group members tell us there is a major difference between their performances on Bay Street and Shirley Street. Genesis dancer Brethel Lightbourne says anything goes on Shirley Street, adding even the music is different.
Bay Street is more poised. We're gonna give it to the judges on Bay Street. We're gonna elegance. That's all Bay Street. Now when we get on Shirley Street, anything goes. The music is even different from Bay Street to Shirley Street. You're gonna hear more cult reggae. You're gonna hear soca versus what we had on Bay Street. We had the wedding song, dun 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 dun.
Meanwhile, brass administrator for the Valley Boys, Aldika Colbrook, says Shirley Street is where they go to dig up the road. She says group members know the crowd isn't feeling them if the trees aren't shaking.
Our rush on Shirley Street is what we call the dance-off. This is where we come to dig up the road. So you may find songs that we may not play on Bay Street. We may not play on Shirley Street. We want Shirley Street to really dance. We look for the dancing trees on Shirley Street. We know when that tree starts shaking, we got the right music going on.
Meanwhile, off-the-shoulder dancer for Roots, Angela Levin, says if you want that Shirley Street prize, you gotta bring the energy.
And so what are you gonna bring different to Shirley Street that you probably didn't bring to Bay Street?
More energy. Way more energy.
So Shirley Street has always been synonymous with the salsa. You know, we have a lot of fans who come from over the hill and they are on Shirley Street. And so this rest stop, along with Shirley Street, is what the fans want. So we have to come through here, just settle down, get some Gatorade, and get ready, because it doesn't matter what we did on Bay Street, they are expecting an even better show on Shirley Street.
This free dancer for Saxon says she cried on Christmas Day because she feared she wouldn't make the Boxing Day parade. She explained that in the weeks ahead of the two big parades, Junkaners spend hours in the shack and at practices perfecting their costumes and their sound. She says it's a serious balancing act, battling it out in the shack while still taking care of other important obligations. However, she says it's all about maintaining Bahamian culture.
This is our culture, and we are passionate about our culture as Bahamians, and no matter what, we're going to find the energy and the strength to come out here and to put on a great performance.
In other news, Bahamians offering mixed reactions to a revelation by Education Minister Jeff Lloyd that proposed changes to marijuana laws would result in marijuana education campaigns in the nation's schools. Jared Hicks tells us more.
With a draft Marijuana Commission report recommending widespread changes to the country's marijuana laws, experts say educating the public on those changes will be vital. Of course, the public also includes school-aged children who will, for example, be educated on the medicinal benefits of marijuana, something that was unheard of in the past. 50-year-old Michelle Smith is a butler at a high-end resort. She says she supports legalizing marijuana, and a balanced approach to educating kids is best.
Absolutely. I think they should put a whole program together through the Ministry of Education to educate kids about the abuse of it and, you know, what it can do to your body if you abuse it. So that's important as well as what it's good for.
47-year-old O'Neill Russell is another supporter of legalizing marijuana.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. Again, far too long we've been, you know, putting a blind sham over what marijuana is all about, and, you know, bring it to the light, you know. It's the best you teach them rather than they go find out for themselves, you know. It's like, I have no problems with that, you know. More knowledge is power.
The father of three was also asked if he is concerned that legalizing marijuana would make it more accessible to children.
If someone's going to gamble, they can gamble on their own choice. You know, they buy numbers, they're going to buy it because that's their choice. If they're going to smoke marijuana, they're going to smoke it because it's their choice. You know, that's what a free society is all about, choices.
While some parents see the benefits of marijuana and their children learning about it, others, like 47-year-old Karen Dawkins, don't agree with legalizing the drug.
For me, no, because I'm a Christian. From a Christian point of view, I don't agree with any of them.
The school teacher says she would consider supporting medical marijuana once it is administered by a doctor. She also says children are already taught about marijuana during science class, and she supports educating children about medical marijuana.
Medicinal purposes, it may be good.
Wade Pinder is a 58-year-old carpenter who supports medical marijuana. Despite his support, he doesn't think children need to be taught about it.
Do we teach them that it's a medicine, or do we teach them that it's just bad?
No, we teach them that it is bad. So absolutely no one that. We don't want our kids to come to school be drug addicts because we can see the effects of it right now. Right now in this Bahamas, you got young guys coming to school, you can't read, you can't write, but the first thing you start doing is selling drugs. We're trying to discourage that. We don't want that.
It's good to put it in their heads, you know, but let it be known for more on a positive level, you know, where it's health beneficial. You know, just let them know what is what.
34-year-old Zaymar Saunders says kids will learn about what they want to, so it is best to guide them as best as you can.
At the end of the day, you know, a child is going to sit home and probably, you know, see a rap video with dudes just smoking marijuana by the, you know, back to back, and then they're going to probably get enthused by that. But in school, just show them it on a positive level, just let them know what it's really good for.
Reporting for Our News Weekend, I'm Jared Higgs.
Amid uncertainty over the future of storm survivors still living in local shelters, Minister of Social Services Frankie Campbell says while shelters remain open for now, he is hopeful that evacuees will take advantage of offers being made by the government. Giorgio Bain reports.
Minister of Social Services Frankie Campbell says while it was his desire to have evacuees out of the hurricane shelters ahead of the holidays, he is not the only person responsible for those displaced by the deadly Category 5 storm. Campbell could not say how much longer the government is willing to keep shelters open, but he did reveal that the government is offering rental assistance for evacuees. He added that it is his hope that they will take full advantage of that offer.
And I continue to work daily along with my team, offering alternatives to shelterees, those who qualify. We're offering rental assistance that might enable them to get some form of independence to go on their own. But as long as they determine that they aren't able to go anyplace else, then the government has a duty to live up to the commitment it made in the first instance and to continue to shelter them.
Some evacuees claim that they do not feel that the government has done enough to assist them in the months after Hurricane Dorian. Here's how Campbell responded to that.
Can a shelteree possibly, with reason, say that he or she is not getting any help? I mean, he or she is in a shelter, and I just would have told you earlier, our desire to get them to return to some sense of normalcy has caused us to offer rental assistance. I just told you that. We offer them rental assistance. We are offering them rental assistance. So anyone who suggests that they're not getting any help in that regard is either misleading or not paying attention to the offers that are being made.
Campbell was not able to say how much the government has spent on shelter evacuees, but he did say that they will be happy once those funds are not being spent.
I don't have a figure, but I could say to you that it isn't a figure that the government would have budgeted for. It isn't anything that we anticipated. And so the sooner we can stop that particular line of spending, we as the government would be pleased.
With some 400 evacuees remaining in shelters, Campbell said something has to happen fast.
Personally, I was hoping that we would have done that before the Christmas. We continue to hope. And the numbers are increasing, so persons are taking the offer to receive the rental assistance and go into private accommodations.
Do you know approximately how many persons remain in the shelter?
A little over 400. A little over 400.
Reporting for Our News Weekend Edition, I'm Giorgio Bain.
Still to come on Our News, the central bank stresses the importance of fiscal responsibility, plus having some holiday fun at the annual carnival. Stay tuned.
From TV to phone to fast internet, how can we show appreciation for the 25 years you've been with Rev? To celebrate our 25th birthday, Rev is rewarding 250 lucky customers with $250,000 cash back. Simply switch to Trio, upgrade to Trio, or pay your bill in full and have your chance to win cash this Christmas. Just call 601-8992 or email us at trio@cablebahamas.com. Rev, you and us together.
You're watching Our News, the Weekend Edition. Welcome back. Central Bank Governor John Roll is sending a stern warning to Bahamians about fiscal responsibility. His comments come weeks ahead of the establishment of the country's first ever credit bureau, which officials say will be unveiled in January.
We issued the license to the Credit Bureau earlier in December. So the process of getting the Credit Bureau license is completed. The operator would be going through their internal processes now in terms of how they establish operations and physical presence in the Bahamas. But our initial contribution in terms of getting to this point, it's done. From the general public's point of view, the next focus for us now is to resume the public education and awareness campaign around, what worth and value a credit bureau provides to a country.
Roll says the review process is nearing an end and the preferred operator will be chosen next month. Earlier this month, the International Monetary Fund called for the rapid establishment of the Credit Bureau as a means to unlock the loan growth that has traditionally fueled much of the Bahamian economy. As for what Bahamians can do to prepare, Roll said this.
The average individual can prepare. Well, I think one of the things that you should appreciate is that it's really designed to help financial institutions make good decisions about who's credit worthy or who's a high risk or a low risk or a medium risk, and it will be able to do that by having a complete picture, or as complete as possible, a picture of where people have debts across financial institutions. So if you're trying to prepare for a credit bureau, I would say that being financially responsible is the way that you should think about getting prepared. And when I say being financially responsible in the sense that understanding that financial institutions will have more of the complete picture of your profile, and so you want to now take a more active effort in terms of managing your profile, in terms of how responsible you are around credit.
After a trying fourth quarter, Christmas came early for Tourism Director General Joy Gibralou, who is a recipient of a prestigious regional award. Jerome Sawyer tells us more.
It lets the world know that we are operating at a standard that is a standard of excellence. We are worthy to be watched.
And that pretty much sums up how Director General of Tourism Joy Gibralou describes the honor of being named Caribbean Tourism Director of the Year by the Caribbean Travel Awards. Since 2014, the Caribbean Journal's editorial staff has been recognizing the region's best.
People watch for a whole year, and it is contributions by editors of journals around the world. It's also obviously the newspaper themselves, but they are watching throughout the year activities that have taken place, personalities, what they're doing, how they're conducting themselves.
And what a year it's been for the Bahamas. Double-digit tourism arrivals took a nosedive heading into the last quarter as monster storm Dorian took out Abaco and Grand Bahamas tourism. Gibralou and her team began a massive damage control effort, even as the storm was set upon us.
Tourism is the most resilient sector. This is the way that we could rebound, and we could rebound quickly. So if we could get that message out rapidly that the rest of the Bahamas was open, including Nassau and Paradise Island, which accounts for 80% of our tourism product, we would be okay.
And by all accounts, it worked. Gibralou has been the Ministry of Tourism's DG since 2014. This industry award has helped to solidify an all-important truism for her.
What this award has done for me personally is to say always be mindful that the world is watching. And I think for Bahamians as a whole, whatever we do It's not just amongst ourselves that we're watching, but the world is watching. So how has it solidified? It's not a personal award. It can never be a personal award. I was not up alone all night for weeks following Hurricane Dorian. When you have the team that obviously supports you and that they're prepared to work with you, I mean, I think that's pretty extraordinary. And I really, really am mindful that this award, it should have been a collective one because we were in the dungeons together.
And as she gets ready to face another challenging year, she and her team are ready.
Will we get to that double-digit growth again? We must be cautious. That was extraordinary for 20 months in a row to have that. We know that San Matan is back on stream. Puerto Rico is. All the other islands that were out, they're now back on stream. So there are more choices for people to go to. But we just want to ensure that we keep our market share.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Jerome Sawyer.
When Our News comes back from the break, we check out the holiday carnival. So stay tuned.
From TV to phone to fast internet, how can we show appreciation for the 25 years you've been with Rev? To celebrate our 25th birthday, Rev is rewarding 250 lucky customers with $250,000 cash back. Simply switch to Trio, upgrade to Trio, or pay your bill in full and have your chance to win cash this Christmas. Just call 601-8992 or email us at trio@cablebahamas.com. Rev, you and us together.
Welcome back to Our News, the weekend edition. Just like Junkanoo and ham and turkey, no holiday season in the Bahamas is complete without a visit to the holiday carnival on Fort Charlotte. It's a Christmas tradition honored by many Bahamian families. Jerome Sawyer takes a look.
Nothing says it's Christmas like the holiday carnival. It's that one event the entire family can enjoy, and everybody has a special place and space at the holiday carnival.
Oh, it means a lot to me because we don't have much recreation programs around the place, so this is very spectacular. So, I mean, this is everything to us.
For me, the holiday carnival is family time. It brings the momentum, the joy to begin the Christmas season. My kids love it, so it's like I can't miss it.
Well, it means a lot to my family and my friends. Well, we usually come here in December on the nights.
It means just going and having fun with family and friends and enjoying the moment as we get scared and scream together.
And they are the rides that'll keep you coming back as well.
Well, I went on the boat once. They told me to sit in the middle, but when I sit in the middle, I must get thrown out. So I've never been, so all I do is come to eat.
The roller coaster.
Why do you like the roller coaster?
Because it goes fast.
I like the merry-go-round and the Ferris wheel.
Okay, Pharaoh's Fury is really good, and the Ring of Fire. Probably the one that I went to, like, it spins you round and around, and it goes like different directions, and like it's like the gravity's like pushing you down on it, so you can't move anywhere else.
So we just had to ask, holiday carnival or Junkanoo carnival?
I would definitely choose the holiday carnival because it's more enclosed and my kids, they can run around. We can choose a time to come when it is less crowded so that they can have more fun and the lines wouldn't be as long. So definitely holiday carnival for the win.
Give me the holiday carnival.
The holiday carnival.
And you all enjoy your Christmas? Be safe.
Thank you so much. Love you too.
Stay tuned. We count down the most memorable quotes of the week.
Why should you get Trio from Rev this Christmas? Cue the music. In addition to TV and phone, you get more internet, like 75 megabits per second, and a free Wi-Fi router that you can access up to 2 phone lines on. And we're giving you a backup battery, in case you know. And if you get Trio now, you get entered automatically into our $250,000 cashback Christmas draw. That's 250 customers with a chance at $250,000. Just call 601-8992 or email us at trio@cablebahamas.com. Rev, You and Us Together.
Hi, I'm Marcellus Hall here at Twisted Lime, enjoying the new personal video mosaic. What's that? Well, tell you what, it's a new feature that's available on your cable box. All you do is you take your remote and you press this little beep button thing right here, and it brings it up. And you can take a look at any kind of genres, including sports in my case. Of course, I got kids' movies, other types of movies, and all different kinds of stuff you can take a look at. But it's all courtesy of the new PVM. Meanwhile, I got to get back to the game. See you guys.
From TV to phone to fast internet, how can we show appreciation for the 25 years you've been with Rev? To celebrate our 25th birthday, Rev is rewarding 250 lucky customers with $250,000 cash back. Simply switch to Trio, upgrade to Trio, or pay your bill in full and have your chance to win cash this Christmas. Just call 601-8992 or email us at trio@cablebahamas.com. Rev, you and us together.
It's that time when we take a look back at some of the most memorable quotes of the week. Coming in third is Saxon Superstars member Kennedy Campbell-Moss, who wasn't too happy about the group's second place finish in the Boxing Day parade.
The Valley Boys knew themselves that they did not win that parade, okay? If you want to call a spade, or if you want to be fair, if you want to be a fair junkanoo, the Valley Boys themselves, my personal friends, male and female of the junkanoo groups, one, of course being the Valley Boys, they would have said, Kenny, we thought that we at least got a fourth, but a first, there was no way that the Valley Boys won the parade. No way under the face of, there's no way.
And the second spot goes to the Saxons fans who were sure of a Boxing Day win.
Can you please ask them to complete the parade? It's over. It's not necessary. Let the people go home and relish. It is over.
But the top spot goes to these Valley Boys fans who cheered their group on in Rawson Square.
It's all about the Valley Boys this morning. Ale, Bombaye, Ale, Bombaye, the Valley. Who are we? The Valley. Who are we? The Valley. Who are we? The Valley.
And that's a look at news. Our weather forecast is coming right up.